Welcome to Conversations and Connections to Amplify and Inspire. I'm Kerryn Powell, and this is the second series of my podcast. This season, we're taking things to the next level, exploring how simple introductions and a curiosity to learn can lead to extraordinary moments. Together, we'll uncover stories, celebrate the transformative power of human connection and how it drives us to collaborate, contribute, create a better future and influence change in our community. I hope you enjoy it. Hello and welcome to my podcast. I hope you've listened to last week's conversation with Sarah Mathews, the CEO of the Little Big Foundation. We both believe in the value of community to prevent loneliness and to create connection. It wasn't a conversation about grand plans or world-changing breakthroughs. It was about something more subtle and I think more powerful. It was about how the smallest actions, a jazz band and a courtyard, a chalk drawing on a pavement, can shift the way people feel connected and belong. In this episode, I want to share how Sarah's story intersects with my own journey and why community matters more than ever, and how you, wherever you are, can begin to build something from where you stand. When Sarah said, "Our job is to get out of the way of good people," I smiled because I've been there wanting to create something impactful, something organised and well run, and learning sometimes the hard part is that control doesn't build community, trust does. Sarah and her team at the Little Big Foundation have done something remarkable. They didn't impose community from above, they created a space for it to unfold. Through the Little Big House, they've allowed neighbours to connect, to collaborate and to create, without needing a top-end agenda. Its grassroots is the best sense of the word. And it aligns with something I've learned again and again. Building strong community takes careful planning, determination, and the ability to navigate challenges. But above all, it takes courage to trust people and the patience to let relationships grow. When I started my business, I believed that for it to matter, it had to be big. Big ideas, big launch, big results, big crowds of people. But I've realised that impact doesn't begin with scale, it begins with presence, with consistency and with the simple act of gathering like-minded people. Of course, when I run an event, I'd love to have 45 people in the room, but on the occasions when there may be only 9 or 10, the conversations flow equally as well, if not better. When we create environments where real conversations can happen, where people can feel seen and heard, that's when sparks ignite. I've seen it in workshops, local meetups, small group settings. The moment that someone realises that they're not alone, something shifts. Sarah's work reminded me of this, and at the heart of the community is genuine connection, not performance or perfection, but belonging. And it often starts not with a grand gesture, but with an invitation. The bottom line is we both value community. We grew up in an environment where community was every day. I grew up in an urban neighbourhood in the southeast of Melbourne, and Sarah Mathews grew up in a regional area. But we knew the value of community. When Sarah moved into urban Sydney, she felt that there was a need for people to gather, to connect and to belong. So what happens? What allows you to go from idea to impact and from isolation to connection? There are 3 reflections shaped by Sarah's story and my own. Number 1, you need to create the container, not the outcome. You don't have to know what will happen, and you just need to create a space, a physical space, a virtual space, a moment where people can show up, try things and connect. I'd written a book in 2018 saying you can only build a network in real time, face-to-face. But in 2020 was forced to go onto the digital space. And we found that I could keep a community connected just as well online. It's not the same, but it was better than the isolation we would feel if we hadn't made that move. Start with what you have. Sarah started with a jazz band during lockdown, and I started originally with a booking at a local venue in North Brighton and tables and chairs and a few drinks. You don't need funding or fanfare. You just need to start small, start local, and start now. One of the first podcasts in this series is a conversation with Skye Bennett, who started the Silent Book Club, a community that is drawn together to read in silence. Skye originally had wanted to get together perhaps 8 or 9 readers, and now it regularly attracts more than 60 people who are connected through their love of books. Lead by curating, not commanding. Leadership isn't about holding the mic all the time, it's about holding the space, listening, inviting, and amplifying others. In my business community over the last 13 years, every single event has had an expert speaker, a panel discussion, or individuals sharing their insights. In Sarah Mathews' community, people come to them with an idea for a workshop or something they want to run. They don't conduct the orchestra, they provide the space. Before we wrap up, I want to share the poem Sarah mentioned, the one that inspired the name Little Big Foundation. Little drops of water, little grains of sand, make the mighty ocean and the pleasant land. It's a great reminder that little things matter. Small acts repeated with care and consistency shape not only our communities, but the future we live in. So here's my thought for you. What's your little thing? What's one quiet act of connection, kindness, or courage you can offer this week? Maybe it's reaching out to someone, hosting a gathering, leaving space for someone else's voice to be heard. Thank you for sharing this time with me, and if today's reflection resonates, I'd love to hear your story. And if Sarah's work's inspired you, share it. Let's keep the ripple effect going, one little big act at a time. Until next time, take care and keep showing up. Thank you for joining me on Conversations and Connections today. I hope this conversation sparked new ideas and reminded you of the power of meaningful connections. A huge thank you to all of our guests for sharing their valuable insights and inspiring stories. Visit my website at kerrynpowell.com.au. You'll find resources, insights, and opportunities to work with me to make every conversation count and create lasting impact. Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode, and leave a review to help spread the word. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and let's start making an impact together, one conversation at a time.